Stop everything, this didn't just turn into a fight. It turned into a shooting in seconds. Chains got snatched, guns came out, and now one of NBA YoungBoy's close people almost lost his life. And the craziest part? The man at the center of it all walked away and started posting like nothing happened. Yeah, this situation got serious fast. It all started when shocking news began spreading online. A violent incident connected to people close to NBA YoungBoy. At first, it sounded like just another late-night altercation, but within minutes, it became clear this was something much bigger. According to police, what started as a confrontation quickly escalated. A fight broke out inside a Houston restaurant, and within moments, gunshots rang out. 2 men were left in critical condition. This wasn't background noise. This wasn't just another headline people scroll past. This immediately grabbed attention, especially when names started getting attached to the situation, because one of the people involved wasn't just anybody. Inside that restaurant, things turned chaotic fast. Reports say a group of men surrounded a single person. They pushed him to the ground. Then they started ripping chains off his neck. Think about that for a second. Multiple people. One man, pinned down, getting robbed. For most people, that's where it ends. You take the loss, walk away, and live another day. But this wasn't just any man. This was All-Star JR. And if you know anything about Detroit, especially Joy Road, you already know that situation wasn't going to end quietly. Before we go further, you need to understand who All-Star JR really is. His real name is Jeremy Ford, born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, on Joy Road, a place known for producing tough individuals who've seen real struggles. He didn't grow up with luxury. He was raised by a single mother, and by his own words, he was already involved in street activity as a teenager. That included stealing cars and dealing with consequences early in life. But unlike many who stay stuck in that cycle, JR found a way to turn his story into music. He became part of a Detroit collective called All Stars Ball Hard, the same movement connected to T Grizzly, one of the biggest names to come out of the city in recent years. JR started dropping mixtapes, building his name step by step. He wasn't mainstream famous, but in Detroit, people knew him, and more importantly, they respected him. He had that reputation, not soft, not reckless, but someone who stands his ground. And that reputation, it followed him all the way to Houston. Now let's talk about the other side of the situation, the NBA YoungBoy circle. NBA YoungBoy, also known as Kentrell Gaulden, is one of the most streamed and talked about rappers of his generation. His fan base is extremely loyal, and his influence stretches far beyond music. But with that influence comes a large circle, friends, affiliates, and people who move in his name. One of those people is NBA Ben 10. Ben 10 isn't just a random associate. He's considered part of YoungBoy's inner circle, someone who's been around, collaborated, and stayed close to the camp, which is why what happened next shocked everyone. Let's go back to that night. April 9th, 2026. Houston, around 11:30 p.m. Location, Confessions Restaurant. All-Star JR is inside. At some point, a group confronts him. Police later suggest this may not have been random. It looked targeted, like someone knew he would be there. Then everything happens at once. They surround him, force him to the ground, start taking his chains. And in that moment, while being attacked, JR reaches for a weapon. Gunshots. Loud. Sudden. Terrifying. People start screaming. Chairs flip over. Others dive for cover. Within seconds, the entire restaurant turns into chaos. When it's over, 2 men are down, both critically injured. One of them, NBA Ben 10. Now imagine that scene. Music playing just minutes earlier. People eating, talking, laughing. Then suddenly, panic. Someone inside reportedly posted online in real time, saying something like, "Bro, why? Somebody just got shot." That's how fast it spread. Not hours later. Not the next day. Right then. But here's where things take a turn that nobody expected. Instead of disappearing, instead of going quiet, All-Star JR goes back to Detroit. And then he posts on social media. Not an apology. Not fear. Not even silence. Photos from a jewelry store. New chains. Fresh pieces. Like he was just out shopping. Let that sink in. just hours after shooting. He's online showing new jewelry. And the caption? It basically suggested he needed new chains because the old ones ended up at the hospital with the people involved. That post hit the internet like a bomb. People didn't know how to react. Some saw it as bold. Others saw it as reckless. But everyone agreed on one thing. It was a message, a very loud one. Social media exploded instantly. Fans started picking sides. Detroit stood behind JR. Meanwhile, NBA YoungBoy's fan base reacted emotionally, especially seeing someone from their side seriously injured. Hip-hop pages went into full breakdown mode. Every detail got analyzed, from captions to hashtags to location tags. Even DJ academics started covering it, adding fuel to the conversation. Then another name entered the picture, and this made things even more serious. J. Prince Jr., the son of J. Prince, one of the most powerful figures in Houston's music scene. Reports and footage suggested he may have been present at the location that night. Now, to be clear, no official charges were confirmed at that point, but even the possibility of his involvement changed everything. Because now this wasn't just a robbery gone wrong. This was something bigger. Connections, influence, power. Meanwhile, NBA YoungBoy stayed completely silent. No posts, no statements. And if you know his history, that silence speaks loudly, because he's not known for ignoring situations like this. So people started asking, is he planning something? Or is he choosing peace this time? As for NBA Ben 10, early rumors claimed the worst, but those were quickly shut down. He survived. However, the injuries were serious. Multiple gunshot wounds. A long recovery ahead. This wasn't a minor incident. This was life or death. And through all of this, one thing became clear. This situation is still far from over. The police are investigating. There's reportedly video footage, witnesses, and a timeline being built. No arrests at the time. But that doesn't mean consequences aren't coming. Because in 2026, everything is recorded. And in this case, even the people involved posted their own evidence online. Zoom out for a second. This isn't just about one night. This reflects something deeper in hip-hop culture right now. City loyalty, street reputation, real-life consequences. Detroit, Houston, Baton Rouge. These aren't just locations, they're identities. And when those identities clash, things can escalate quickly. At the end of the day, this situation involves real people.